Oh, no. So here's the thing. Difference between my mom and dad, because dad wanted John, mom wanted Eric. Mom will tell me that's the best that anybody's ever done. There's not ever been a speech better. You should run for president. My dad will say, yeah, it was good. I would have tightened this up a little bit. That's how that would work. Hello, Adventure. So one of the questions I get all the time is, what platform should I be on? Facebook, and no, do I gotta be on Twitter? I gotta be on Instagram, and what about Pinterest, Snapchat, YouTube, Tumblr? It can be too much. So I think when some things get overwhelming, what we wanna do is we say, well, here's a tool that will allow me to just take my Instagram and it will post to Facebook, and then it will take that Facebook and it will tweet it. And look, I hit all three of those all at the same time. Look how efficient I am. And what I would say is, that's not thoughtful. And it's not really effective. In fact, every time you are doing that, you are decreasing your influence. So do me a favor, if you haven't already, make sure that you turn off automation, because automation isn't thoughtful. And let me just give you permission. You do not have to be on all the platforms starting out. Now, what I would say, you want to go to some of the other social platforms and at least defend your name. That's fine to do that, but don't start posting and then not post. So what I want you to do is I want you to think thoughtfulness. So what thoughtfulness would be is figure out which platforms work best for you and be thoughtful on it and get good at that, and then bring on maybe another platform, then bring on another one. So even as we're teaching you some of these different tools and platforms, learn it, but that doesn't mean you're committing to, oh, now if I'm gonna grow, if I'm gonna win, I have to now be on Twitter. I'm not saying you have to be on Twitter. I'm saying is, for some of you, Twitter in your portfolio, in your toolbox, is really, really great. But others, Instagram's gonna be a lot better. And for others of you, you might find really great uses of other social media platforms. That's super huge. So we're gonna look at maybe 4 of the most popular ones. So when you look at Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and let's take Pinterest for this example, what happens is you have to remember, you have to respect each platform. Each platform works differently, as well as it has a different audience. Take Twitter. The average half-life of a tweet is 18 minutes. Now what half-life is let's say that you get 10, somebody favorites your tweet, and that happens 10 times. What the half-life is how long did it take to get to number 5? And that's where it's 18 minutes. So you might get likes 2 days later, a week later. It's like, that tweet was 3 months ago. How did anybody? The half-life is how long did it take to get to number 5? So that's 18 minutes. So the way Twitter and Instagram work is you gotta jump in, think of it as a stream, and it's just going and going. And if you leave and turn around and go back, those are gone forever. You have to search all your way back, or you're jumping on a hashtag and it picks up, or you're going to that person's, but it's constantly going by. And the problem is, the more people you follow, the current gets faster and faster and faster and faster. Facebook works a lot different. So with Facebook, it's interesting. I can see a post from this morning and then at lunch, see something from 3 days ago. It's a lot of times in order, but it's not always in order. You know why? It's based upon a lot of factors, but some of those factors are my relationships and how many of them are liking, because what it's saying is, hey, John Eric, 500 of your friends, they're saying this is important, so I'm gonna put that in your newsfeed. Remember, if the average person has 1,500 posts from their friends, you're only seeing about 20%. So it's just a computer. It has to go and figure that out. So how would you have somebody help figure it out? Popularity. So it's not just a steady flow, it is curating. Then you take audience. Now Pinterest, that's kind of there forever. Now they do some curated things, just like Instagram does some popular things, but generally when I create a board, that board's there and it's gonna always be there. And there's a long life to it. It's easy to find that board. It's not easy to find a past tweet, a past Instagram, a past Facebook post, audience-wise. Each one has a different age range. So take Instagram. Instagram's gonna be a little bit younger, more lifestyle, a little bit more female. Twitter, it's gonna be then a little bit older. than Instagram. It's going to shift a little bit more male, and it's going to be more influencers. It's going to be more thought leaders. It's going to be a little bit more people that are technical savvy. In a startup or a music producer, I would talk to them differently. You then take Pinterest, a little bit older than Twitter, but 90% female interaction. Again, different demo. Then you go Facebook, it's getting even older than that, and it slightly is more female. How you talk to the young mom with 2 kids versus the startup versus I'm starting my own cupcake store. You see, all of those are different platforms. Now, before you get overwhelmed, remember what I said. You don't have to be in all of those. You need to pick 1 or 2 that you can be thoughtful, and then we'll expand from there. Now start thinking about cross-pollination. So let's say that Jeremiah makes a 2-minute highlight video. He puts that on YouTube. So now everybody on YouTube that got that they subscribe to our channel, they're getting a notification of that, and they can watch our little film. But he can also put a few 15-second versions on Instagram, or a few 6-second versions and put it on Vine. We can also send out tweets to say, hey, watch our YouTube. Hey, we love what we did on Pinterest. So let's make sure that we tweet to our Pinterest board. And then, hey, we love what's happening in Spotify, but then let's put our Spotify link on Facebook. You see what starts to happen? It's incredible. We're able to start to repurpose the same content, but thoughtfully, not automated, not being a bunch of spammers. That's so, so important. So here's what I need you to do. I need you to find your own lane. Don't be part of a traffic jam. We talked about finding your voice. Find your own lane. Figure out, hey, I'm gonna be really good at and thoughtful with Instagram, and then be super thoughtful. And then, man, I'm gonna try doing some stuff. I'm gonna dip my toe in Twitter. And then, you know what? Oh, I should make a Spotify list and connect it to my, you can start to add to that. But it's more important that you pick a few that you can be super thoughtful. I don't want you to get stuck in the traffic jam of the highways to try to be efficient. I want you to be effective. I want you to go on a road trip with your friends and share a grand adventure, because it begins right now.